Hello everyone, I'm Marina and it's Sakramel School. Today, we will talk about one of the main topics for nail technicians, how to file different nail shapes. I will show you in practice how to file the most common nail shapes. Let's get into it. So, now let's get down to practice. On my first model, I will show you how to shape a sharp square, soft square, and squoval. For this, I will be using a nail file with a replaceable file. Its abrasiveness is 180 grit. Such files are disposable and are changed after each client. The metal base is disinfected according to sterilization rules. I unstick the file, I put it on, mark where I want to stick it, and take off the film. I remove gel polish with an e-file. I haven't done a manicure yet, although I usually shape the nails after the manicure. To begin, let's examine the nails. Here, the shortest finger is the middle one. I need to start filing with it, but since I want to show you how to shape a hard square first, I will file the shape on the index finger. You can see that there is no corner on the middle finger, so we'll shape a soft square on it. And on the thumb, we will make a squoval shape, because there is also a missing corner. On the index finger, we will make a sharp square. Our free edge is perpendicular to the central axis, and the corners are sharp, not rounded. I point a straight line through the 3 phalanges, through the center of the cuticle, and mark the center of the future nail shape. It's already clear that our free edge is not perpendicular to the central axis. That means one corner is higher than the other. You need to file this way. I have a 90-degree angle between the nail and the nail file. The nail file does not get under the nail and on the nail. I hold the finger of the client very tight so that it doesn't shake. I hold the file with 4 fingers on one side and with my thumb on the opposite side, making long moves in 2 directions. The moves are long, not short, in order to file as quickly as possible. I stop only when the tip of the nail is completely in contact with the nail file. After that, I put the client's finger on the side and file the lower parallel. The file is under the nail. I put it diagonally from the point of growth, not on the nail, but slightly in the diagonal. And I make long moves under the nail. The lower parallel should be parallel to the central axis of the finger. I do the same on the other side. I remove the proximal nail fold and put the file under the nail. Long moves. I put the client's hand on the elbow. Check that the finger is straight and see if the corners are even, so that the one isn't higher than the other. If I don't like something, I can correct the shape in this position. To finish up, I buff under the nail to remove any excess. And the most important thing when filing lower parallels, the file should be always placed under the nail. Never place the file like this. The file shouldn't be in contact with the point of nail growth. The sidewall will get thinner and the chips will appear at the root zone. Also, when the nail grows, there will be a layering on the side. It's a blunder of the nail shaping. The next nail shape we will do is a soft square. Its features are perpendicular free edge and rounded corners. The rounding depends on what your client wishes. There may be a slight rounding or quite an evident one. We file the free edge at a 90-degree angle, making long moves. I turn away the client's hand, put her fingers cuticle to the cuticle, and look at the lens. The nails should be of the same length from the cuticle to the free edge. Now the left corner is sharper and the right one is softer. On the client, it's unacceptable. If you choose a more rounded shape, then make sure that the corners are equally rounded on all the nails. I file a bit more, following the bend of the right tip, buff the nails to remove any excess. I turn the model's hand away from myself to check the symmetry. The squoval shape is derived from the square shape. Straight sidewalls and a rounded free edge. I put the file under the nail at an angle of 30 to 45 degrees and make a quick move with my file with all its surface. We see that a semicircle is formed. Let's file the lower parallels now. Put the finger on the side. The file is under the nail, straight parallel, without rounding the tips on one side. And the same thing on the other side, straight parallel without rounding the tip. To finish off, you can touch up the shape a little bit. We turn away the client's hand in order to check the symmetry. In this position, we can fix the floss. I buff the nails to remove any excess. On the model's nail, there is a missing corner. It's better to extend it, of course, but some nail techs don't know how to do it correctly. So you can file it like this. As you can see, all the shapes are derived from the square. Therefore, learn how to file it properly and doing other nail shapes will be easy for you. Of course, I can't let my model go with different nail shapes, so I'm going to shape them all into a soft square. On this model, I will show you how to file one of the most popular nail shapes, an almond. It's rounded and classic variants. I look at the nails and find the shortest nail plate from the cuticle to the free edge. I don't focus on the nail bed and on the free edge. I'm interested in the total length. Choose the shortest nail or the one with the longest nail bed. In this case, the shortest nail is on the ring finger. Its shape is more rounded than the rest. First, I will show you how to make an oval almond shape on this finger. And then we will narrow it down, make it more sharp and classic. I've already removed gel polish using an e-file. A manicure is not done yet. First, I look at the nails. I find the shortest nail plate from the cuticle to the free edge. I see that in this case, the shortest nail is on the ring finger. All the nails are mostly equal, but the ring finger one is the shortest, so I'll start filing with it. To begin with, let's take a look at the soft almond shape. And then we will make the nails sharper, like the index finger. I will be using 180-240 grit nail file. Note how I'm holding it. I have 4 fingers on one side and a thumb on the opposite side. Place the file through 3 phalanges of the finger, through the middle of the cuticle, and now I can see the middle of the free edge. I need to round the side walls of the nail to this point. I draw a dot with a black marker. Of course, I don't draw any dots on the clients. I've drawn it only for now, so that you could see where exactly the central axis is. We will make this kind of soft almond shape. If I want to remove the lens, then I will work with a rough file under the nail plate. Looking from the side view, I file under the nail. After that, we will file the side walls. It's important to do this not from the point of growth, but a bit lower, on the free edge. Long moves. Look how my elbow joint works. Now I see the end of the nail file. It's wooden base. The file doesn't fall under the nail and doesn't fall on the nail of the client. Another mistake is when the nail techs make this move. Don't put your file on the natural nail. Because of this, the nail becomes thinner at the point of growth and cracks appear at the very root. The file goes to the diagonal without touching the point of the nail growth. I do the same on the opposite side. Long moves. I make a soft arch to the central marked point. After filing the sides, I soften the middle, making long swaying moves. Now, if we look from the top, my nail is almost shaped as I planned it to be. My goal is to work out the lower parallels. And most importantly, put the finger on the side and file under the nail. If the file is not under the nail, but in this position, it's a common mistake. And there would appear some kind of layers at the point of the nail growth. That's wrong. Put the client's finger on the side and the file under the nail and make long moves. In almond and oval shapes, the lines should be smooth. No sharp angles. To file the lower parallel on the other side, I put the client's finger on the side and following the same pattern, file under the nail, start filing the lower parallel. Without getting too much on the points of the nail growth, I put the file flat so that the lower parallels are on the same level, so that one parallel isn't rising above the other one. And the final stage is touching up the shape where you don't like it. I always work only with long moves, without making any short ones. Otherwise, the free edge won't be smooth enough. I like to buff under the nail plate in order to remove all the excess. After I shaped all the nails, I lift the model's hand, put it on the elbow, put the finger straight so that there are no faults, and check the symmetry. If I don't like something, then I can touch it up in this position. We do it so that the client could see an even shape, since everybody looks at their nails differently. Someone looks like this, and someone looks like this. And in order for the nails to be equally long, you need to check them not only from your point of view, but also from the position that your client sees them. Let's make a classic almond shape on the index finger, since there isn't enough length for a sharper shape. We will narrow the nail tip even more in the central part. I turned over the client's hand and see that the first phalanx is even, the second goes slightly to the side, and the third goes too far to the side. Therefore, I need to align the nail so that it looks even. Again, I'm pointing a straight line through 3 phalanges, through the central axis, and through the center of the cuticle. And this is where our new center will be. This way, we need to shift the direction of the nail growth. I work the same way. Not from the point of growth, but a little lower. With long moves, I file the sidewall. I look at the end of the file, at its wooden base, a little bit on the right, and a bit more on the left. Again, turn the hand away from myself in order to check the length. I put it straight, cuticle to the cuticle, and see that I still need to remove the length. So I make long moves, shaping the tip of the nail. Making the free edge even narrower. With long moves, the nail file barely touches the nail, without any pressure. I don't get to the points of growth. Now we will file the lower parallels. The nail is growing down, so I need to lift it up a little bit. I put the client's hand on the side, the file is under the nail. I make long moves from the point of the nail growth to avoid those layers during the nail growth. The file goes into the diagonal, not on the nail. Can you see? On the one side, I file a straight line under the nail in order to lift the down-growing tip. So I file a straight line under the nail and go to the point of growth. I buff under the nail to remove the leftovers. I turn the client's hand away from myself, put it on the elbow, and check the symmetry. I see how the shape has evened out. Now the nail doesn't go to the side, it is straight. If necessary, I can refine those areas that I don't like. Well, of course, I can't let my model go with different nails. So I'll make the classic almond shape on all of them. I remove the thickness from the sides . Be sure to compare the pair of nails with the second hand. Turning them to the side, I put them cuticle to the cuticle and look at the length. Which nail I need to shorten. In this video, we have taken a look at the main aspects of a proper nail shaping. I'm sure that if you practice these filing techniques, you will be able to avoid any mistakes, such as breaking nails, different lengths, and layers at the points of the nail growth. Give this video a thumbs up if it was useful, subscribe to our channel, Success in your work. Bye bye!